Alright, y'all. This video is for Doan1948. He requested me to do homemade french fries. And obviously these aren't french fries that I'm doing right now, but we're also going to do homemade chips and homemade french fries in the same video. So for the chips, just going to grab a potato. This is a small potato. And slice these as thin as you possibly can. I kind of use my knuckles as a guide. Get your fingertips out of the way. Don't want to slice one of those off. So they're almost transparent. They don't have to be perfect either, y'all. And you see all those little bits and pieces, those will fry up just fine as well. Put them in a bowl, and you want to rinse these off until that water runs clear. That water's going to be cloudy. That's all starch that we're getting out of the potato. The more starch you get out of the potato, the crispier they're going to be. So just kind of agitate them a little bit and just get that water to run clear. And once that water runs clear, we're going to fill that bowl back up and throw these in the fridge and get working on our french fries. So there you go. Water is running clear, so fill them back up, throw them in the fridge, and we can get started cutting our fries here. All right. So now we're going to peel these potatoes. You don't have to. If you want to leave the skin on, you can. If you want to peel off half the skin, you can. If you want to peel off 30% of the skin, you can. It does not matter. All right, depends on what your preference is. The way I peel a potato is I like to peel one end first, and then I'll flip it around like I did just then and peel the other end. It's just an easy way to keep your fingers out of the way. Keep your fingers behind the peeler. I have struck my finger with the peeler before, and it is not fun to slice off a nice little thin layer of your skin. Doesn't feel nice. So there you go. Get them all nice and peeled. And if you do peel your potatoes, there is one thing you can do with your potato skins. I'll have to show y'all about that in another video, what I'm going to do with them. Well, I'm going to fry them is what I'm going to do with them. So there you go. Secret's out, and we'll show you that later. And I have a little bowl beside my cutting board there. I'm using that as a trash can. It is very nice to have a little disposable container when you're prepping food. If you walk into any kitchen with a bunch of food prep cooks cooking in there, whether there's 5 or 6 prep cooks back there, each one of them are going to have a trash can to put all their crap in. Make your life easy, make your wife happy, keep your kitchen clean. All right. So now we're going to cut these potatoes, slice them up, cut them into nice thick french fries we're going to do here. We're doing a triple cook on our fries, so we want them nice and thick. So you want to we're going to break down the outside of that fry. We're going to boil them first and then fry them 2 times afterwards. So just get them all nice and cut up. Don't have to be perfect again. Pile them up. That was 5 potatoes. When you make chips and french fries with potatoes, it stretches really far. If I'm making chips or fries at home, if I'm making chips, I'll use like 2 medium potatoes for my family of 4, and if you're making fries, like 4 or 5 small potatoes is plenty for a family of 4. So again, same thing as the chips. We're going to fill up that pot there full of water, and we're just going to keep rinsing them out till the water runs clear. This is the same pot I'm going to use to do the 3 cooks. Boil, fry twice, make life easy. Use the same pot. Don't make a mess. Kind of agitate them a little bit. Try and get all that starch out of the potato. And there you go. Water is starting to run clear. Get all that starch out. There you go. All right. So now we're going to throw that pot onto the stove and put the stove on high and get those potatoes boiling. Once those potatoes reached a boil, I think they probably boiled for about maybe like 5-7 minutes, something like that. You just want the outside of the potato to start breaking down. Now, like I said, these potatoes are not cut perfectly. We didn't use a mandolin or a fry cutter because I just wanted to use a knife to show that everybody can do this at home, no matter what you have. I'm pretty sure everybody's got a knife of some sort. So once those potatoes kind of start breaking down on the outside, you want to put them on a baking sheet with a paper towel and let them dry off. Get all those nice little bits and pieces. It's okay if some of them break up. Those little broken pieces are what's gonna be at the bottom of your fry container. If you're getting fries from Wendy's, McDonald's, wherever, In-N-Out, you know the best fries are at the bottom of that container, and that's those little bits that are gonna become extra crunchy. So, but you still want some big fries in there. So they are fragile. So be a little careful when you're pulling them out. There you go, little bits, perfect. And then we got a nice big one here. I'll show you how the outside of it's kind of rubs off a little bit, how it's breaking down. That's exactly what we want. That's going to come for a perfect French fry right there. All right, so kind of pat them down with another paper towel on top. You want to try and get all the water out. Obviously, water, hot oil do not mix well, so just dry them up as you can. Just kind of pat them dry. All right, so now we're going to bring our oil up to about 250 degrees. And once that's up to temp, we'll start dropping in our fries. Now, we're going to drop in our fries just like this. Yeah, this is probably not the best way to drop in your French fries. When I drop them in that 350 degree oil for our third cook, I'm going to do them a completely different way. Yeah, don't burn yourself. Don't put your fries in like this, guys. See, perfect example of what not to do on this channel as what to do. So there you go. Fry them up. So these, I think, stayed in the fryer probably about the same time, about 7 minutes or so. Now they're going to become real fragile when you do this. The fry's pretty much going to cook the whole way through on the second cook here. So when you do take these out, they're going to be, they're going to start falling apart a little bit. So be real careful. Try and keep as many as you can whole, but those little bits are going to be perfectly just fine. You do want to agitate them a little bit while they're in there. You don't want them sticking to the bottom of the pan. You'll see there'll be a couple ones with tiny little brown spots because they probably were on the bottom of the pan a little bit too long. So gently just pull them out, put them on in a bowl. I've got a bowl right next to me there. Just have everything ready when you're doing this too, y'all. Just make sure you get everything set up before you drop the fries in that hot oil. It makes life a lot easier. Yeah, just drop them in the bowl there. See, some of them are kind of breaking up. Some of them are keeping whole. These are going to come out just perfect, y'all. Don't eat these. These will be gross if you eat these. They're going to be just full of oil, and there you go. See, that one had a little bit of brown bit on there, it's fine. It kind of probably stuck to the pan a little bit, but whatever. You can do this in a couple batches too if you're worried about crowding your pot up a little bit. So get all those, make sure you get everything out of there. All right, so drop them in that bowl, and we're gonna throw that bowl in the refrigerator. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and we'll come back about 6:30 after they've been in the fridge for a few hours and finish these bad boys off. This is why I like doing them this way too, because you can even do this the next day. Do the first 2 cooks, throw them in the fridge, and then you've got fries ready to go for that third easy fry. See how they're kind of breaking down? Oh, by the way, that shit was hot. That's why I threw it back in there like that. But I've got kitchen hands, so it's all right. All right, so now we're back for dinner time, y'all. So bring that pot up to about 350 degrees. All right, and get yourself all set up here with a nice clean bowl to the side and all your fries to the left, and start frying them. So I dropped those fries in much better that time. I used the strainer to kind of ease them down in there. Camera wasn't on, so y'all didn't see it, but y'all see it with the chips. So kind of agitate them a little bit. Don't want to get them stuck into the bottom of the pan. I could probably use a little more oil in that pan. I kind of crowded a little bit, but it's fine. It'll be all right. All right, so these are going to fry probably for about 10 minutes, and there you go. Nice, crispy, restaurant-style French fries. These will also work perfectly for fish and chips, y'all. Which I'm going to have to do on this channel very soon. I was actually born in Aberdeen, Scotland, so fish and chips are very dear to my heart. All right, there you go. All nice and done. Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. You want to throw your seasoning on there. I've just got a little salt, pepper, and garlic I'm going to put on there. Get that seasoning on there while they're still hot, y'all. that little excess oil that's on the fries are gonna help that seasoning stick and that salt kind of melt onto those fries. Make sure you get enough salt on there. Give them a little toss, and there we go. Perfect restaurant style French fries, crispity crunchy. There you go. All right, so now we're gonna do our chips. So get your oil back up to temp. We're gonna again bring it back up to about 350 degrees. So we're gonna take our chips and we're gonna drop them in there the way you're supposed to. Ease them in there. See, there you go. Much better process there. All right, so chips will stick together very easily. So once you throw them in there, you're gonna want to kind of agitate them again. Chips are far more likely to stick together than they are to stick to the bottom of the pan because they float because they're so light. So, just give them a little stir while they're in there. And these, you don't do a triple cook on chips because they're so thin. By the time you get to that third cook, they're just going to be falling apart. At least I've never tried it. It doesn't seem like something that would work. If you've done that before, a triple cook chip or something like that, let me know. Triple cook crisp. I don't know. Maybe somebody does it. All right, so yeah, kind of stir them around. Make sure they're not sticking to each other. Yeah, as I'm watching this, I made these last night, and man, making me hungry to do it again today. But we're gonna stay away from French fries 2 days in a row. So, all right, so now they're all nice and crispy. These are a little easier to do than fries. It doesn't take as much time. You can do these, slice them 30 minutes beforehand, throw them in the fridge, and they'll be fine to do 30 minutes later. And I'm using a little Miss Pearl's seasoning salt from Pearl's Diner in Laurel, Mississippi. Shout out to my parents' hometown. All right, toss them around a little bit. Get that seasoning on there, and you got yourself nice, home-cooked, restaurant-style chips. Easy to do at home, y'all. There you go. All right, y'all enjoy.